What is up, YouTube? We are back. UFC Abu Dhabi. Robert the Reaper Whitaker versus RDR, my Dutch cousin. We're breaking it down. Honestly, I remember seeing about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, when this card was starting to get announced, at least the main card, people were like, oh, it's so stacked and it's whatever. And I remember thinking, I was like, yeah, it's pretty stacked for fight night, but nothing crazy. I've seen better. I'm looking through this card right now. This card is absolutely stacked. You gotta go where the money is. The oil tycoons, you know how it is. Dana, Turkey, Alajik, they be holding hands because you know how you know how that be. I'm not trying to get canceled on YouTube, but you know how it be, bro. So you hate to see stuff like that, but you also love to see stuff like that. So, love to see it because we get a great card out of it and actually some effort put into a fight night. And hate to see it because this only happens when we're in the Middle East, baby. The oil money, that's what we're talking about. We're not going to talk about that though because I'm not getting canceled today. I don't care. Let's get into it. First fight, Martin Buday versus Marcus Buchecha. I'm rocking Buchecha first round sub. This guy is actually pretty decent from what I've heard. I'm trying to think. I think he has like all these crazy accolades in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I'm pretty sure he was a one champion. Um, he's one of the biggest prospects at heavyweight right now, especially with he's not even a prospect, but like one of the biggest names in the unranked coming over into heavyweight, which obviously doesn't really say much, but at the same time, we gotta take that. We need anything at heavyweight right now. Heavyweight is so bad. We need some sort of threat. It's a different kind of threat. It's not a guy that just has crazy knockout power and then um, a horrible gas tank to go along with it. Actually, I did hear his gas tank is not the best, but that's beyond the point. The point is this Buchecha guy is legit. Boudet apparently he's just one of those guys that you think is like a lot like he fights mid, but he wins. Level of competition's horrible. When he went up against a real killer in Shamil, he lost. I think he got KO'd in the second round. Sounds familiar. So we're gonna rock Buchecha first round sub. He gets it done. No waste no time out there. It makes it look easy, even against a guy Boudet, like I said, who I don't give too much credit um, for being on a win streak. I don't think he's on win streak. I don't know. My takes are still going to be somewhat raw for right now until I kind of figure out a plan with that. But so I'm not even going to research that what he is. But I'm almost positive he is like on a sneaky win streak, or he's not that bad in the UFC, or not as bad as I initially thought. But Buchecha first round sub. Next fight we got Muhammad Yahya versus Stephen Wen. Um, I'm gonna rock with Stephen Wen here. Yahya shouldn't even be in the UFC, shouldn't be on the roster. He's literally only on here because he's like the only guy that I think was born and raised in like the UAE. Actually, I don't even know if you could possibly be born there, honestly, because I think it's that new of a country, but could be wrong. Whatever it used to be, I don't know. I'm in fact check me on history. I don't care. I really don't care actually. Um, but Yaya's literally just like he's there because he's a hometown hero, I guess, you know. But this guy's horrible. I'm gonna rock with Wen, second round KO. Think he makes it look relatively easy, and Yaya's just a punching bag out there the whole first round. Gets him out of there probably early mid second round. Wen, KO, second round on. Next one we got Ebo Aslan, Turkish Power versus Billy Elikana. I'm rocking Elikana second round KO. We're gonna see a class. Wow, that's a big dog. Hold on. We're gonna do a big shot right here. Oh no, he stopped. Actually, I can get closer. Okay, we're gonna inch our way in here real quick. Wait. What's that up in the mountains? Being cold. Yeah, we gotta go prone here. So I'm gonna rock Elikana, second round KO. Um, don't get me wrong, the Goosecoff fight, I don't think that it's such a weird, I don't know. He had good moments, especially for short notice. I was watching that live, that was cool, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. This. I feel like this is kind of a tricky fight because there is a world where Ibo Aslan goes out there, KOs him, or there's a horrible decision that Elikana is going to get robbed, and I doubt it's going to be that. Aslan is kill or be killed. That's why I've noticed in his first like 3 or 4 fights in UFC, um, and I think Elikana is going to play it safe. He's going to be better. And then I think Aslan's going to stun him in the first round or so, but I think from there, he's right behind the tree or something. From there, I think Aslan's going to gas out. It's going to set up an early second round KO. Elikana, I'm going to say he's going to mix it. Whoa. Wait, where'd that mountain goat go? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That mountain goat is gone. How? Aren't we in drinking time? Oh, gotcha, bitch. Oh, perfect. Oh, I just teabagged air right there. All right. Gotta get it right up here. Gotta set up this shot before we go back into the fights. We're gonna set this one up. This is a big one. Do you mind? It's a female. I don't want it. Dead on sight. Let's go, baby. Come on. I doubt it'd be diamond. Probably high gold. You gotta take what you can get. I think that's my first high gold probably in a minute. That does end up turning diamond. That'd be awesome, man. I've been on that mountain goat diamond kind of thing for like about 4 years now. I mean, I haven't been actively pursuing it, just talking on and off, but that'd be a huge one. So check that out. Seeing if anything else is there, we'll sprint that. Yeah, going back to the fight stuff, we're gonna go Elikana, second round KO. I trust him. I trust the IQ more. I'm very curious to see what he looks after a short notice fight against a guy who a lot of people think is going to be a future contender, and we'll see. We'll get to his fight in a second, as he's also fighting on this card in Bogdan Guskov, but we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna rock with Elikana. If Aslan can get this win outside of like a KO in the first 2 minutes, and Elikana just has his chin up there, I will be impressed. I was kind of starting to get high on Aslan before the Kutalaba fight, but you shouldn't be getting like out IQ'd by Ion and like you know what I mean, like it's just like it's a bad look. I don't care if that's like your third fight, like that's a bad look. So yeah, we're gonna rock with that over there. But moving on to the next fight. Ooh, I'm not even gonna talk about the fight of the year thing. I'm not even gonna bring it up. I am, because on lunch today, I was sitting in my car and I was thinking about this. And I was like, man, this is gonna be robbery of the year. No, I'm not saying that actually. That's criminal. It's criminal. Can't ever say that. Actually, what was that? I didn't even see. Oh my goodness. It wasn't Diamond, right? Was that, how do you go to most recent? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why did I go through that? It wasn't Diamond, right? Oh, I can't stop the live stream though. I'm too dedicated. Oh my goodness. Did I blow that? Hunting log, hunting log. Wait, no, no. History. Oh my goodness, I don't need. Oh my goodness. Oh brother, we don't need all that. Latest harvest. What's that? That's a gold, right? Because what's a diamond? What's a diamond look like? Diamond's full, I think, all the way to the brim. I think that was gold. I think that's gold. Let me. I gotta. This is criminal. I'm so sorry, YouTube. This is criminal. Actually, I can kind of talk about this. So, I'm smelling an absolute robbery now. Initially, when I did pick, and I'm gonna say it right now, Ricci, I was saying because the grappling, and then I'm like, no. Rebos is like, or Hebos, whatever, however you say it. She's not that bad on the ground unless she's going up against someone that's like really that good, from what I remember at least. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, they. Oh, I'm so sorry, YouTube. This is insane. Okay, we're good. It wasn't even close to diamond. All right, onto the hunt and onto the prediction. So yeah, I was originally saying that Ricci was going to do it, and it was going to be okay. Yeah, she deserved that decision. And then I'm like, no, bro, this one is going to be a robbery. He boss is going to be putting out the volume out there on the feet. Ricci might get a takedown or two, but does nothing. Just holds her on the ground. Nothing crazy. And then next thing you know, it's going to be well, right down here, right down the hill. Right in the wind, though. Oh my gosh, get me out of here. This is criminal. Jeez, man. Alright, let me see, let me see. I'll do this. We'll go back to the OG. Yeah, I think Hebos is gonna be out voluming her. It's gonna be nasty. Reach is gonna get some takedowns, do nothing with them. It's gonna be one of those where it's like, it should be 29-28 Hebos, but it's gonna end up being like a unanimous like 29-28 Ricci, maybe 130-27, and like something stupid I could see. I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm wrong. I do like both these girls. I wish Ricci would develop a little more of her game. I think she does have solid grappling to get through the division, but the striking is a problem. She goes out there and kind of does something a little bit this week. That'd be kind of cool, but I'm gonna rock Ricci decision just based off of robbery potential, based off of, yeah, based off of robbery potential, honestly. On to the next fight. Interesting one. We got Damon Blackshear fighting against Davy Grant. Pretty sure Blackshear's third time fighting this year. I think he had two fights within a month of each other a little earlier this year, and love the activity, especially going up against a older Davy Grant, who I believe is like 38, 39, maybe 40 at bantamweight. Davy Grant is never a guy. Wait, this is not even the right outpost. I don't know. We'll go here, I guess. Whatever. Um, yeah, I meant Davy Grant's a guy you never want to sleep on. He has some wins that have aged really well. He's really solid, man. But you know who else is really solid? The guy he's facing, Damon Blackshear. This guy is very well rounded. I think it was the last fight, not the fight before. He put on an absolute striking showcase. It wasn't against anyone too crazy, but it was still really good to see. He was lining up a lot of those straights. I think he had some decent body shots too. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm rocking with Blackshear just based off of the well-roundedness as well as the I was almost gonna say durability of Grant. No, I was gonna the age. I think this is where Davy Grant kind of looks like he's lost a step, and that doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna go out there and look absolutely dog shit, but it's not gonna be like how Davy Grant usually looks, where he's out there and he's kind of controlling the fight. He's making it look kind of easy, you know. So I'm going to rock Blackshear. I am going to say decision, though. I don't see a finish here. I don't think Grant is going to get subbed. I don't think Grant is going to get KO'd. I think it will be a somewhat dominant performance from Blackshear. I'm going to say uh, probably 30-27 unanimous, maybe. Oh, there we go. The heck? We got the females out today? Female. Um, yeah, so, I mean, that's what. Yeah, I'm going to rock a Blackshear decision. So, moving on to the next fight, though, we got Muslim Salikov versus Carlos Leal. Very, very tough fight to predict, man. You know why? If y'all have been tuning in, y'all the real ones, y'all the ones seeing every single fight, or most of them. Honestly, not even most of them. You probably had to be watching every single fight. You know, the last time Carlos Leal stepped in Abu Dhabi, he got robbed, bro. I'm talking the worst robbery I've ever seen live with my eyes. First fight on the Abu Dhabi card against oh, I blew it. Oh, that's a bad shot. That's a bad shot. Fuck. Why did I do that? Oh, that was so bad. Um yeah, I think Leao, that's not the one, right? Yeah, no. Yeah, Leao is a really good fighter. I thought he won that Renat fight 30-27. And not only did he not get 30-27, he ended up losing that fight. That was atrocious. That was right here in Abu Dhabi. First fight of that Taporia and Holloway card. That's how we started things off. And that's why I will kind of pick against certain fighters in these matchups this weekend. Um, I almost did it again. I almost said Salikov by decision. But no, I think Leao's going to go out there and starch him. I do think it will be later in the fight, though. It's going to be one of those where it's like it's kind of getting down close to the wire, not like too close. I'm talking like we're like a minute or two into the third, and people are going to be like, "Oh, well, if this goes to decision again, I mean, it should be Leao, but judges and like people be talking about judges, and Leao will take him out. Third round flash KO, he's out of there, and Leao will get his revenge in Abu Dhabi. Third round KO against the 41 or 42-year-old Salikov, I'd imagine. 40 maybe. He's old. So going on to the next fight. Tough fight, man. Now it shouldn't be, but this is what I'm about to talk about. Bryce Mitchell versus Saeed Nurmagomedov. I'm going Nurmagomedov robbery. It's gonna be a robbery. It's gonna like Bryce Mitchell's gonna be big for his division. I think Saeed's gonna be doing decent though. I'm not saying it's gonna be, Saeed's gonna be getting like completely outmatched out there and they give him like a 30-27. But I do think Mitchell's gonna win this. I think he's gonna struggle, not struggle, but like he's gonna not look too well in striking the first round, and then he's going to ease his way into the fight. Saeed's going to gas out. Mitchell's clearly going to win the third round, in my opinion. And second round is going to be the one that people are like, oh, I don't know. But I don't know. I think Mitchell's going to make it look easy. I think you're going to be able to make an argument that he's won all three rounds. But I am going to go Nurmagomedov decision. They're going to rob this man blind, man, just based off of the comments he made before the John Silva fight with all the, I'm not even going to talk about it because I'm probably going to get canceled even bringing it up. But that stuff, as well as it being in Abu Dhabi and he's going up against a Nurmagomedov, like, I know they're not related, Habib and Saeed, but still, I'm just saying oh my gosh. So loud. Oh, that's a male. Oh, well, that's a 4 though. Not even worth it. Hold on. That is criminal that that is that loud. I need to turn that down. All right. Yeah, so I'm rocking Nurmagomedov decision. They're gonna rob Bryce blind. UFC, I don't even think they want Bryce Mitchell into the promotion, honestly. Because anytime you ever bring up stuff about that, you know how that goes. I don't know. I don't know too much about that stuff. I don't really care to get into that stuff. I'm just saying it is kind of weird when you bring up that kind of stuff. I've never seen Dana that mad about. So I'm not talking about that. This might be the episode I get canceled. This is crazy. All right, on to the next fight. We got Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Guskov. Guskov, I was talking about earlier when I was breaking down the Billy Elkana fight. I think Guskov is not necessarily better than Krylov, but has, ooh, can I even say has more potential? Definitely more finishing potential, even though Krylov is a crazy finisher himself. Um, I'm literally just rocking with Goosecoff here just because Krylov's doing a quick turnaround after he got chinned by Reyes 3.5 months earlier, I believe. Yeah, because that was mid-April, that Volkanovski Lopez card. So I'm rocking Goosecoff first round KO. I just don't think Krylov's going to be able to eat a shot. And I think Goosecoff's going to realize that. I think Goosecoff's really going to just wing it out there initially, and Krylov's not going to be able to do anything. And I might go as far as to say this is going to happen within the first minute. I might even try to bet that. I might bet that one, actually. I actually am feeling a little confident in that. Which sucks, man, because Krylov is a decent fighter. He's an underrated fighter. I did pick Reyes to chin him, which is awesome. That's probably one of my best predictions this year because I think Krylov was a 3-1 favorite, and everyone was picking him. So that was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure I got the round correct too. I think I said Reyes first round, and I got to double down, man. And this time I actually have a lot more credibility to back this up just because the durability, the quick turnaround, and how brutal that KO was. So I'm gonna rock Goosekov first round KO. Just puts a barrage on him and gets him out of there, and he's gonna go out again, unfortunately. On to the next fight. Interesting fight. We got Amabayev versus Jose Choa. I'm gonna rock with Amabayev decision. I think he's I just don't know too much about Cho yet. He looks so good against Durden, but I think this, even though Durden's like somewhat underrated in a way, like this is such a switch up, man. Oh, Bison 3. Oh, oh, I might do that actually. Hold on, let's go here. No, here. Fucking turkey at? Oh, right here, right in front of my face. Tough fight to predict. I'm rocking with Almabayev decision though. Kind of the Abu Dhabi factor. More so, I just think he's gonna mix it up better. I think isn't this short notice for Jose Cho? I think it is. Just because it is a big jump up. I think Almabayev's like 7 or 8 in the rankings, and Ochoa is unranked and not maybe 14 or 15. Ochoa is really good. Looked really well against Durden. That was awesome. That was a great performance on that Atlantic card. Um, I don't know, man. It will be a 5. I'm gonna try to sneak this. Gas him up. Ah, I blew that. It's gonna go down, but it might not be vital. Shit shot tonight, but at least we're seeing more than the last stream. All right. I forget what I was saying. What I was talking about. Yeah, Cho is really good. I don't know if I trust it yet. It would be so cool, honestly, because even though I was high on Amabayev, I think this is kind of where he peaks. I think he'll probably get top five, but I think Ochoa has championship potential. Obviously, so young. I meant too soon. We got to see how he does, how durability is, but I just don't think his time is yet. I don't think it's yet. I think Almabayev is going to mix it up and just kind of outbet him on this one. I think Ochoa's going to have moments. I think he's going to stun him. I think he's going to have some decent scrambles. I just think Almabayev is just going to mix it up a little better and win this. And it might be a close one. I see 29-28s across the board. I think Ochoa is going to win first round or maybe second round. But yeah, I'm going to go with Amabayev decision. On to the next fight, we got Shara Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault. This is such a crazy fight that I've been seeing people predict. I thought, or maybe it was just like people in my circle that were saying this, but I'm seeing people saying Marc-Andre Barriault, and they're kind of using the MVP fight as like a reason why, and I'm just like sitting here, I'm like, brother, like I'm not even a Shara like fan, and I don't think he's that good, but like there is a big difference, especially in styles, between an MVP coming up from a lower weight division, which these guys tend to be actually well. It's not like he built into that division, but he has experience there. But either way, it's like this whole thing with Topuria and Holloway and like fighters that move up into the divisions and like the light heavyweights moving up to heavyweights. They tend to be better. It's a weird thing with skills. They just like tend to go up, but. And so that's what I'm saying. Like MVP just looked great, and obviously how he's moving, and it's just like Shara has one eye. Like that depth perception, they definitely had to be messing with him. Um, Marc-Andre Barriault does not move like that. Marc-Andre Barriault is way more one-dimensional as a striker, way worse durability. This one is like I'm rocking Magomedov first round KO. Probably happens towards the middle of the first round. I think they feel each other out for like a minute or two, probably, and then Shara just like I think Shara's gonna get him with the kick. Actually, it's gonna be just straight roundhouse kick. Nobody sees coming. Just like kind of like a Kopylov over Claudio Ribeiro or Brendan Ribeiro, whatever. It's gonna be like that. It's just gonna be like a freaking whoa. It's all me. Oh, that's him. That's a 7. Damn. All right. I'll rock with that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Magomedov first round KO. I think that's the play over here. But how it kind of goes, man. Um, who knows what Char's confidence looks like after getting his first loss? I don't know. He just kind of seems like he'd be a sore loser and kind of someone that would get mentally checked out at the same time after losing first fight, just like not being able to take a loss well. But I'm still definitely gonna rock with him. I think uh, this might be lock of the card. I think I kind of want to do something crazy though. That like because I can't have two though. We'll go back to lock of the night because I got a couple I'm looking at. No, my lock of the night's gonna be Goose Coffin first round KO actually. Um, dang, I actually have some locks. Oh, that's tough. We're gonna go on to the main event though, or co-main event. Sorry, but um, I'm all over the place. This is kind of crazy. We got Petr Yan versus Marcus McGee. I've been like somewhat back and forth on this fight. I'm at mostly rocking with Yan, but McGee, like there was a few things I'm just like, eh. I think McGee's dynamic striker enough to, you know, McGee's a dynamic striker enough to survive and hang with Jan. And then I think they're going to have a good game plan to stuff potential takedowns because he trains with O'Malley at Red Hawk with Welch. Hmm. I don't know, man. That's tough. I think uh, I'm gonna rock with Jan. Petcher. Oh wait, hold on. We gotta go southeast. Um, it should be a little more definitive. I do get worried. Jan does get robbed too, and UFC would. I feel like they low key would love to find an opportunity to rob him too, because if Marab beats Corey in October, they're gonna have to run the Jan rematch back, and like nobody kind of want to see it. I want to see it just because Jan's one of my favorite fighters, and Marab is starting to become one of my favorite fighters, and I would like to think that Jan can make adjustments, even though I doubt it. But like outside of me, nobody wants to see that fight. Nobody. So UFC could be looking for a robbery opportunity over here as well. I am gonna rock with Jan. I was in between decision or KO, anywhere between the second and third round. I'm gonna say third round. I think he's gonna probably drop the first round, but it's competitive. Second round is going to be somewhat close too for most of it until that very end where Jan starts to get his reads down. And then from there, I want to say, we can go here. Perfect. And then from there, I think third round, Jan's going to put it on him and get him out of there right in the last minute or two. So I'm rocking Jan, third round KO. On to the next fight, the main event. Rabbit the Reaper Riddicker versus Rainier de Rider RDI. I was on the Ritter the whole time, and then I rewatched someone break down the bone. No, something happened. We'll just rock with that. Something happened where essentially I was like, I might have to rock Whitaker here. Then, what happened from there? Oh my gosh, they keep moving this. Then, what happened was I rewatched that Bo Nickel fight. And I think RDR is going to get Robert Whitaker out of there. Second round, lock it in. First round, Whitaker's going to win. And second round, RDR is actually going to be finding success. Jeez, that was weird. Success. And then eventually from there, he's just going to just start piecing him up. And that, I think, will be Whitaker's last fight at middleweight. And then I think he moves up to light heavyweight. That's my bold prediction with the main event. It's gonna set up. I think you could. Ooh, actually, you can't argue. Sets up RDR for a title shot. Middleweight's low key stacked. Kind of crazy. Who would have thought that welterweight and middleweight are kind of stacked? What a life we live. Honestly, that is. Who would have thought? I never would have. When I first got into the sport, Marvin Vittori and like Jared Cannonier, I guess, were like the boogeyman for Adesanya. No, not really. No, people thought that Adesanya was gonna win. I don't know, but like the division looks way different now, and there is decent amount of excitement there to it, you know. But I'm gonna rock with RDR second round KO. He wins this one, and then he turns around in December on that pay-per-view. And oh my gosh, whoa, okay. Oh, is there wildlife down here? I never would have guessed. Who would have guessed? Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to get this last one for you, YouTube. But yeah, to wrap it up, I'm really excited about this card. I will be missing probably the first few fights, unfortunately, which is his shame. But oh my goodness. You can't make this up. Are these all for males though? Oh. Nah, yeah, I could care less. I really just missed all of that. Oh, the elk is dead. I got it. Yeah, really looking forward to this card. Like I said, I hate it, but I love it. I hate that they only do this when they go to the Middle East, but I love it because at the same time I still get to watch it. It is free, which is a shame though. Never mind. I'm not getting into it. Really excited for the card. I will be missing the first probably 4 or 5 fights on it, unfortunately, due to extracurricular activities. Um, but yeah, I will be tuning in for the last like 8 fights or something. I think there was like 13. I'll be looking at, or no, 12. I think I'll be in for the last 8, whatever, something like that. You know the drill. But either way, YouTube, it has been so real. I'm hoping when I get back on this microphone on Saturday, hopefully, if not Sunday. Maybe I could do Saturday actually. Might be able to do a Saturday since the card will end pretty early. Get out of my face. I don't want you. Yeah, hopefully we will, this bear is gonna make me mad. Please get out. Yeah, hopefully when I talk with you Saturday or Sunday, hopefully we'll shoot for Saturday. We will be able to break this down in a good mood. Hopefully bets will hit. Hopefully the fighters we want to win, will win. Um, and let's talk about the fighters we kind of need to win while I'm trying to claim this animal. So in terms of stake value and everything, we definitely need Buchecha. We need I'm not going to say Yahya. We don't need a Muhammad Yahya on the roster. Um, Best case scenario would be the Ebo, Aslan, comeback, but I'm rocking Elikana. I feel like Elikana, that wouldn't be the end of the world either. You can probably try to build something off of him as well. The reason why I picked this fight, they're going to want Ricci. They're going to need Ricci. They'll give it to Ricci. Double long. Barely, though. Wow, I like that, though. That's huge. They're going to need Ricci. They're going to need Blackshear. I mean, it seems like they never want to give... Oh, my gosh, I almost just ended my life. They're never going to want to give David Grant credit. That's kind of been how his run goes. And then you're going to want Leao to win. You're going to want... I would think as the UFC, and especially promoting fights, and this is probably why they kept Bryce, because people will tune in and see him get KO'd and everything, you know, because that's kind of their thing, and it makes sense, you know, double-edged sword, have both ways. You have people that are going to want to see Bryce win, see Bryce lose, they'll be tuning in. So I would like to think, even though the UFC hates him, they would want him to win to draw more eyes again, especially if he goes in Abu Dhabi and has a crazy speech and outline. Oh, shoot. Never mind. We might need to continue the YouTube video. Oh my goodness. I haven't seen a mountain lion in a minute. I think. Maybe I'm lying. I know it's a female, but still. Where am I? Oh, I'm almost at the highest peak. Yeah, so they're gonna want Mitchell to win on this one. I would think. Probably not. I don't even know why I'm even like trying to delude myself into thinking that they're gonna want Nurmagomedov. They definitely want Guzkov to win. Obviously, light heavyweight still need some guys. They're gonna want. What else are they gonna want? Well, let me see if I can catch this thing running out in the valley. They're gonna want Jose Choa over Almabayev. Um, like that's a no-brainer. Dude, Choa, like, I don't know. I didn't even see the first fight, first off, but I have a weird feeling that Ochoa and Loney Kavanaugh is going to end up being a trilogy one day. So I can see those two guys running division for a while. Um, oh, oh, male deer, male deer. Oh, that's a big. Oh, that looks big. That's a 4? Oh, I'm gonna have to hit this guy on the run. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I don't think I hit it. That's tough. Outline fleeing. This would be a good spot to set up a tent. Can I set up a tent here? I don't have a tent on me, of course. Um, what the heck is going on? Not what? Get me out of this. There we go. Oh my gosh, I'm like hurting myself playing this game. Yeah, so you're gonna want Ocho to win. Like I said, guys that could be running it for a minute. Um, Probably still gonna want. Yeah, no, you're definitely gonna want Cher Magomedov. You don't want Marc-Andre Barrios outside of the fact that he's like a Canadian they might care about, which I doubt. If when they go to Canada. So you're gonna want Shara. Gonna want probably McGee. Yeah, no, you want McGee if you're the UFC. I don't, but UFC would love that. And then you're gonna want RDR. Those are what the UFC would want. I think the Elokana fight. I think the Nurmagomedov Mitchell fight and the Elokana Aslan fight. I think those are two fights they wouldn't give a shit who wins. Um, Actually, no, they would want Aslan to win. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Build a market in Turkey. Apparently, he has like a pretty big following too. But that's enough of my rambling. We're out of here, YouTube. We will hopefully get back here on Saturday. Goodbye.